This video is for every girl who have tried to give a man second chance and he didn't use it, or you didn't get the result that you wanted, expected. First step I had to understand is that actually men and women, we are different. If you doubt, you can Google or ask me in the comments. I will send you some proofs, for example, if you need. But I don't want to spend your time on explaining all the experiments and science and psychology. You can read, for example, a book of Steve Harvey called Act Like a Woman, Think Like a Man. It's a great book for a basic understanding that men are different. This was a book that I read and it helped me a lot, actually. So I definitely recommend this book. And it was fun to read because Steve Harvey, he's a comedian, and it was really interesting to read and fun, and it's very honest man's view. And sometimes women, we're needed. And this was the first step. I understood that we are different. And then I tried to study and understand what I was doing wrong, and why I was loyal to people, to men, and I was trying to give a second chance, but he didn't use it actually. And he didn't even try so much to show that he valued this chance. It looked like he didn't need it. So and now we came to this idea of wrong way of giving second chance and the right one. When we give a second chance to someone who didn't work to get this chance, he will probably not value it. He won't work hard to cure, to heal relationships. And this is how it works. If we tell a man it's okay, in most of cases he thinks it's okay. But when woman says it's okay, it's fine, I can give you a second chance, yeah, no problem. For example, he just asked, can you give me a second chance? He cheated. Let's imagine he's cheated. Or you say, this is very, very important for me, and he just did exactly wrong way, like totally opposite. And you're like, but it's important for me. And he says like, oh, you're controlling me, you're trying to rule me, I don't like it. And you think, well, he's just a masculine, he's just, or he has some trauma, and maybe he's just has a lot of job right now or some other problems, that's why he can't be committed in relationships. But this is bullshit, girls, this is bullshit. Because when man wants something, he does everything to get it, trust me. And in the case with the wrong guy, when I gave a second chance to the wrong guy, he didn't really work hard to get the second chance. He just asked to get it. He was just like, can you give me a second chance? Maybe let's try again. Maybe let's try again. And I was stupid. I said, yeah, let's try again. But I had a plan. Because I was going to my psychologist, and he explained me a lot of things about self-worth, self-value, self-love. And I understood that I will be very carefully looking at his actions, at this man who asked me to give him a second chance. And after 2 weeks, he did the exactly same thing he did like the first time. And I was like, what? Then he asked me like, let's try again. And I was like, but what's gonna change? You're just doing the same thing over and over again. And he was like, well, let's go to your psychologist. And we went to my psychologist, and it was a difficult consulting, it was difficult time, but he explained a lot of things. And this man, After 2 weeks, he did again the same thing. Actually, we couldn't even talk normally because he just blamed me that I'm just a controller and I'm just egoistic and I really want everything for myself. But when I asked him, like, don't you want to be happy? And he was like, I want. And I was like, why am I worse than you? I just want to be happy. And well, that's it. Now the sweet part, because that's how you understand that the guy is right and you can give him a second chance. Of course, you can give a second chance to every person, but the faster he makes mistake, you should act faster and just say, like, that's not gonna work with me. That's not what I'm into. It's not my scenario. It doesn't make me happy. It makes me unhappy. And if you do it again and again, it's just not gonna work. So you have to be careful in giving second chances, because if you give a second chances without seeing that something changed, really changed, like really, there can be no point in giving them. And in my current relationships, my boyfriend, we are dating for more than a year now, but at the start of our relationships, in the first second or third months after we met, he made a big mistake. And it wasn't the worst mistake possible, but it was a mistake. It was something that I felt really deep, and it hurted me a lot. And I understand that I was ready to break up with him. He really wanted to fix it. He wanted to make it up. He tried. He said, like, wow, if I knew that this will be so painful for you, I wouldn't do it. I was silly. I shouldn't have done it. I'm very sorry. What can we do? I mean, he tried to ask, like, what can we do? Like, what we can change? Okay, he understood that he did the wrong thing. He's not gonna make it again. Yeah, but he wanted to understand how to make it up, how to fix my heart, because my heart was kind of broken, and he had to do something about it. And I didn't believe he can do it. And I say that, well, I don't know. So the only person I think can know it, it's my psychologist. And I say that, well, this is maybe the chance to what to do, to ask at least what we can do. Is it possible to for me to trust him again after this, after a certain lie that he said to me? And he paid to psychologist. We went to psychologist. We were talking, discussing. I was crying a lot, and he committed so much at these moments. Of course, my pain, it didn't go like this, but he was acting, not only like saying, give me a second chance. He was like fighting for this second chance with himself, with me, I don't know. But I mean, it was like an inner desire to make it up, because I was valuable and I felt that I'm worthy, I'm valuable, and this person really ready to commit in relationships with me. Exactly. Okay, let's say shortly, the whole video is about that. Give a second chance to a person who really need it, and shows it with his actions, his words, his maybe presence, his thoughts. He's trying to understand what's wrong, and he's like trying to talk, trying to understand. And only like this you can understand, does this man deserve a second chance or not? Because We don't have a long, very, very long life. And when you spend a lot of time on people who don't deserve to be with us, we may don't have time left for people who really deserve us and will love us as we are. So just give the second chance to someone who deserves it really, and shows it and asks for it and thinks of that. And I'm sure it can work. If both people, if you want to give a second chance and he's trying to get a second chance, it means you're both committing in relationships, and this can be love. And a quick reminder that real love starts from loving yourself. And here is a video about this. And loving myself became one of my superpowers.